assessment is something we're always doing, learning about students' ongoing process of mastering new content and new thinking. So when we bring drawing into that equation, students are being challenged to think more abstractly than if they were simply writing or speaking. And what ends up in their drawings is very revealing about what they see as worth representing and as not worth including. All of these subtleties help us understand what students really know and where we can go next with them. It's something that anyone can do as they're learning to represent their thinking to others. A very simple way to get started is to say use only circles to represent the relationship between the antagonist and the protagonist of this novel we're reading. You might see one student represent a character with a small circle sitting on top of a larger circle. And what might that signify? Some emerging control over the relationship with the larger, more imposing force of the other character. Maybe we'll see that switch. Maybe they're overlapping, almost like a Venn diagram. Could that mean that they are approaching a friendship or developing intimacy? You might also simply ask students to draw any image that represents what they understand about a concept, like how capitalism works, or gravity, or how organ systems function in the body. Let's say we just gave students a text to read about the Seneca Falls Convention, and we asked them to illustrate the key takeaways in a single panel comic. So we may see one student who has seen that two key players were Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Frederick Douglass. And the student draws them of the same stature and width and height. It almost looks like they're making vows to each other. This student is really seeing the significance of these two people who are making pledges to fight for the equal rights. And so when I see in a different drawing that Frederick Douglass has not appeared, I wonder about that student's understanding, and then I wonder about who this woman is and what's written on these protest signs. And to me, that gives great insight about the student connecting this historical event to something that's relevant to them today. So often you'll know what to look for as you're looking and comparing one student's drawing to another. What do all students tend to show? What didn't make it into students' visuals? It may give you information about how you want to group students in the next lesson. Maybe you need to fill in some information or provide further context or clarify certain terms. When students have to draw, this helps us find gaps in their understanding that really no multiple choice quiz could assess or determine. Your misunderstandings will find a way into that visual. And so will your unique insights and the nuances of how you see parts related and integrated.